Young warrior, it is good to see you again. I told you our armies would hold, and so they did. And not only in Athens. Together we beat those foul beasts back into the shadows. From now on, we will stand united with our Greek brethren, and shall not allow petty rivalries to divide us again. What happened to Passaron is a tragedy, and the land still needs brave soldiers to keep it safe. Spartan discipline will be called for again, but right now we can take a moment to honor this victory, and those who fought to achieve it.
We marched down from Thessaly when we heard about the cities uniting. If even Leonidas was able to overcome his pride and make his contribution, then this was clearly important. So we could hardly sit back and not be involved. And we were right to do so. Now that the battle is won, strategoi and politicians from all the states are meeting here in Corinth to negotiate the details of this new Greek alliance.
Dissolve your past. Relearn your future. It is decided.
The rich citizens and generals may be celebrating, but we simple folk are still feeling the after effects of that plague of monsters. Who is going to replace our cattle or the supplies that were lost? I'll probably stay in the city. My farm has been burned down and my tools stolen, so maybe I can find some work here instead. Moreover, the land isn't safe yet. Some of these beasts are still roaming around, especially centaurs, who seem to have been indulging in robbery and pillage. I don't want to complain. I'm still alive, and they're even issuing us with free food. But it's hard to lose even what little you had.
You cannot open the door at this time.
Welcome, traveler, to the Shrine of Demeter and Kore. It seems appropriate to me that Demeter was one of the first gods known to mankind. Her gifts of harvest were apparent even to the earliest people, and yet so much wrong was done to her. Have you heard of the Eleusinian mysteries? They say old Eleusis was overrun by skeletons. It sounds dreadful. I don't like the way that Thessalian general is staring at me. Let us pray now.
Thank you again, hero, and good luck.
Minta says you're a hero. Is that true? Oh, it's you!
Hail, hero. It is most fortunate that I should meet you here. News of your triumph over Typhon has reached my ears, and also that the Olympians have indeed departed. Thanks to you, they have finally come to trust in humanity, as Prometheus himself did so long ago. It's more than I would have dreamed to see in my lifetime. Now, after the age of the Titans and the age of gods, the age of man has truly come. Though if Hades' defection has taught us anything, it is that our work of safekeeping the mortal realm is never done. It is a great honor for humanity to be left alone, but a great challenge, too. We Prometheans will stay watchful in this uncertain time of change. From what I hear, some of Poseidon's former subjects are trying to take advantage of their newfound freedom already. Our agents had lost your trail in the Exian woods after Medea sent you through her portal. The sorceress keeps a lot of secrets, even from her own acolytes. But even if we had known, it was fortunate you encountered Callicrates. His methods have always been unconventional, but certainly effective. General Leonidas approached me in Athens after our last meeting and asked for my advice. He has little patience with history and lore, but his bold commitment has been very helpful.
Ariston says what? Well, I suppose the boys could do with some help. The struggle is still going on back there. Go ahead.
Greetings, hero. Your reputation precedes you. My master would like to extend an invitation to you. To test your mettle in the horrible pits of Tartarus. To face the indomitable hordes of eternity. A challenge worthy of the Slayer of Typhon. Sounds interesting? Of course, there will be rewards in it for you, should you choose to accept. When you are ready, please step into this portal. If you want to know more specifics, we can talk some more. Ah, your thirst for knowledge matches your thirst for blood. Very well. I will tell you how my master's challenge works. Upon entering Tartarus, you will face a host of varying creatures gathered from all over the known world. You will fight these hordes across a multitude of devious battlefields, specifically created for this little game. If you make it far enough, my master himself will face you in single combat. Needless to say, you won't have a chance to beat him. But to keep things interesting, a substantial reward would be bestowed upon you if you did. That is not all, however. True to the genius of my master, he has decreed that this challenge shall be eternal, a never-ending gauntlet of foes ready to take you on. But beware, your opponents will grow stronger and stronger until you find yourself attempting an impossible task. You have been warned, hero. Now it is time to fulfill your destiny and take on the challenge of Tartarus. Ah, your thirst for knowledge matches your thirst for blood. Very well. I will tell you how my master's challenge works. Upon entering Tartarus, you will face a host of varying creatures gathered from all over the known world. You will fight these hordes across a multitude of devious battlefields, specifically created for this little game. If you make it far enough, my master himself will face you in single combat. Needless to say, you won't have a chance to beat him. But to keep things interesting, a substantial reward would be bestowed upon you if you did. That is not all, however. True to the genius of my master, he has decreed that this challenge shall be eternal, a never-ending gauntlet of foes ready to take you on. But beware, your opponents will grow stronger and stronger until you find yourself attempting an impossible task. You have been warned, hero. Now it is time to fulfill your destiny and take on the challenge of Tartarus.
Welcome, mortal, to Tartarus, realm of eternal punishment. You are brave indeed to have accepted my challenge. I look forward to seeing you struggle against my hordes. Enough talk. Step forward into the arena to begin. I will be waiting for you, if you make it far enough.
Greetings, hero. Your reputation precedes you. My master would like to...
Here we are, the city of Gadir, rich with dyes and wine. Seems like a nice enough place to settle down in, but we are here for business. As you know, I can't decipher the manuscripts without a certain book, the Journal of Heracles, said to be found somewhere in this area. To learn more about the whereabouts of this diary, I think we should seek out Asmelkart, the current head priest. He's sure to know where the book is, or at least have some clue. He ought to be up by the temple, further into the city. Find Asmelkart by the temple.
Oh, it's you! Try some of my dried grapes.
Kirtles! They've brought a monster! In the harbor! Yes! Oh no!
Yes, these are in glass bottles. May Hermes guide your way.
Come, friend, and look at the best goods in the greatest trade city of Greece.
Those Tritons brought a sea monster? Astonishing. In the name of the city of Corinth, we thank you, hero. Truly, the tales about you are not exaggerated. Though it troubles me that they would attack us now, when all that madness should be over. If the gods really have abandoned us, it seems we humans are not the only ones to be left to our own devices. We can only guess at what is happening in Poseidon's former realm. Hopefully, this simply means that, in a time of political upheaval, some of them turned to opportunistic looting just like humans. Then they were nothing but dirty pirates after all.
It is easy for him to talk about the destroyed harbor. Ariston isn't interested in ships except when he goes on pleasure cruises. But I could do without yet another obstacle to consume my trade revenues, as if those bandits weren't enough already. You see, as soon as those monsters started retreating, all manner of filthy brigands emerged from their hiding places again, exploiting the chaos the creatures left behind to claim new places for themselves on the roads and passes. One particularly annoying group that follows an outlaw called Skyron has established their domain on some rocks on the Saronic coast, overlooking the road to Kenkriai. They hide or entrench themselves when seeing a contingent of soldiers, but are more than happy to come down and ambush trade carts and lone travelers. This is where you could be helpful, Monster Slayer. If you go that way, they may not expect much resistance from a single warrior because they don't know who you are. It is dangerous, certainly, but if you manage to lure their leader out and dispatch him, I would make it worth your while.
It must be you. At last I have found you. You are the hero who hunted and slew the Telkinish, the Titan, and now the Ketos. I thought you would be taller. Forgive me. I am Ylva, daughter of Gilfai, king of Scandia in the realms of Nord. My men and I have been searching all over Greece to find you and seek your help. It seems many things have changed since the Titan fell, and the Lord of your underworld is not the only one who is unhappy with the emergent rule of the humans. Frankly, we don't even know why they're doing it. Maybe they fear us now, fear you, but our own gods, the Aesir, whom we had always worshipped, are now attacking us. My father's kingdom is in chaos, and our people are overwhelmed and desperate, while Iron Harrier troops are ravaging the countryside. We cannot stand against them alone. Please, Titan Slayer, fight with us. Journey north of the Alps and meet me at the Celtic stronghold of Glauberg. We can proceed to Scandia from there.
We marched down from Thessaly when we heard about...
Thank you again, hero, and good luck.
With a weapon like this, those bandits will run in fear. Goodbye, my friend.
The best storage for our hero. Ta-ta!
I have abandoned my people in their darkest hour, but you are the champion of humanity. The Wolva has seen you in the ruins, and nobody has achieved as much as you. This is why I was determined to find you. The ship that brought us here should still be moored in the harbor to the east. We sailed down the river Danube, and with the other harbor destroyed, this should also be the best way for you to travel up. Please, hero, take the ship and meet me in Glauberg. I will take a different route in the hope of finding more allies, but I should arrive there shortly after you.
Rawr! Rawr! Rawr!
I sing now, O muse, of the tragedy of Pyramus and Thisbe. Lovers they were in distant Babylon, their houses separated only by a wall, and yet forbidden to see each other because of a feud between their families. But their love was strong, so they whispered through the cracks in the wall about meeting in secret at night under a mulberry tree. But the fates were cruel, and on that long-awaited night, as Thisbe waited at the tree, a terrifying lion scared her away. So all Pyramus would find was a veil she had left behind, and the lion with its fangs still bloody from a recent kill. Believing that his love had been slain, Pyramus threw himself onto his sword, only for Thisbe to return shortly afterward and, finding him dead, kill herself as well out of sorrow. It is said that ever since that day, the mulberries have borne the dark red color of their blood.
Got him. Come on, boys!
Need more energy.
Customer! Fresh meat! Got him. Fresh meat. For Siron!
Fresh meat. Come on, boys.
I'll split you open.
have no more room.
May Hermes guide your way.
Skyrim is dead? Finally! And they even had centaurs! That is, I never doubted you. I expect the rest of the vermin will scatter without a leader, which means that at least one harbor will be accessible now. Very good. Here is your reward, as promised. Skyrim is dead?
We will have to stay vigilant, but...
Okay.
customer!
stranger! We are heading north to the Celtic lands. It would be a long journey for us, but I guess we could use a skilled warrior on board. The Celts are a peculiar bunch, you see. They all wear leggings, like those sissy Persians. But at least they have the weather to justify wearing them. We'll go to the Black Sea, then up the river Danube. The way is longer, but we don't have to pass over land, especially the Alps. I hope you have some good stories to tell.
By Apollo's grace, I sing today of the great hunt for the Adelian boar. 'Twas in the city of Caledon, where the foolish King Aeneas once forgot to honor Artemis in the harvest sacrifices. Insulted, the goddess of the hunt sent the largest and most ferocious boar the world had ever seen to devastate the land. It destroyed crops and slew cattle, and the terrified farmers had to seek refuge inside the city walls. Tales of the notorious monster attracted many famous hunters and heroes from all over Greece who were seeking to win its hide and the glory of the kill. One of them was Atalanta, a fierce huntress, who some said had been trained by Artemis herself. Though some objected to the presence of a woman, they all banded together for the hunt. And while it was Aeneas' son Meleager who struck the killing blow, she had been the first to wound it, where many others had failed. It was then, after the actual threat had been vanquished, that their worst trouble started with smitten Meleager offering the prized hide to Atalanta instead of keeping it for Caledon. His proud relatives took offense and stole it, which infuriated him. And so Artemis's vengeance went on as Aeneas' family proceeded to destroy itself in a tragic spiral of killing and revenge.
Hey, thanks for giving us a hand there. The ships are still okay. Thank Fortuna. Just the ships are still okay. Thank Fortuna.
People marvel at the Colossus of Rhodes, but I say the Diolkos is the true wonder of marine engineering. Without it, we would have to sail all the way around the Peloponnese to reach Athens. You see, we load the ship onto this cart in the Gulf of Corinth and simply pull it across the isthmus. It still takes a day, but it's so much faster. The track has deep ruts, so the cartwheels follow them, and we simply have to pull the cart along. Have you ever seen such a thing? Every captain who pays the toll can use this road. It's open to everyone, especially now that the Spartans and Athenians have stopped fighting over it. The Colossus has collapsed, smashing a kraken. Ha-ha! At least he was good for something then. Yes, that is my ship, the Cassiopeia. We have stripped her down a little, but she is more beautiful when she's fully dressed. We will be on our way once the workers return from their break. I hope most of them do come back, what with some of these monsters still running about. We will be on our way.